Welcome to the Dave Show. My name is David, and today I'm here to talk about this brand new RoboVac mopping system. It does vacuum and mopping. This is by Narwal, and this is their brand new one called Freo. Now, they did send me this product for review, but everything I say in this video is my own opinions, and they have no say in what I say. But they wanted me to show you what it is, how it works, and all that. So let's take a closer look at the robot vac, and this is the base station here, and there's a lot to it. So let's get right into this and show you what you get, and we're going to put this thing to the test. So stay tuned, we're going to try it out. And you are going to get an instruction manual in it, user manual. You do get your little brushes. There's actually two of these little nylon brushes, and it's marked left and right. Those go under the bottom, so we'll show you that here in just a minute as well. So now this little sticker here says click to clean the whole house. Press and hold to power off. So I'm going to go ahead and take that little sticker off. Here's a bumper. You got your sensors up here at the top. Now it says open, so I'm going to open up this part. This is your dustbin. There we go. So you can see that. This is your dustbin. Replace the filter or clean the box. So the top part is your filter that you can replace. And then the bottom part is, we just push this to open up your dustbin. And it looks like it's a pretty good sized dustbin as well. Very nice. So that's where all my dog hair is going to be. And inside here you actually have attached is a little cleaning brush. You get a little brush plus a little cutter for hair. You know, if you got hair stuck on and things, you can have that there. There is also in here an app code and a reset button up underneath the lid. Again, I don't know if you can tell. You can probably see that in there. But there's also the app codes several other places. I'll show you that. You've got some air vents here, sensors, your bumper. There's more sensors. Let's see if we can see that here. There's more sensors here in the front and more sensors here on the side. Lots of sensors. That's probably for the charging bit to it. This little raised area, this is the laser, I believe that's a LiDAR laser that reads the room and maps it, and it's all that smart technology stuff. Okay, on the bottom you do get these pads. These are the mopping pads, and these are rotating type stuff. They're not the flat pads that just vibrate, so they should clean even actually better than those ones. Little control wheel here. Your other wheels, which have a nice spring to it and rubber texture to it. You have a little opening bit here, so you can open that and take the brush out. So it does have a rubber brush as well as these little nylon brushes kind of stuff. So if you do have long hair, it might get caught up in there. That's what the little cutter tool is for. But you can take it out and clean it pretty simply this way. Here's where you put the brushes, and they are color coded. Right is also orange. That's orange. So we're going to go ahead and snap those on. Kind of a trapezoid type shape that you can pop in there. Very simple, very easy to do, just like that. And then these are a bunch more sensors, so they make sure they don't drop off of ledges and stuff like that. But the bottom there is very good and very simple. Okay, here on the pads, I wanted to show you this real quick. You can actually just take them off to clean them and wash them if you need to. And this little piece comes off here, and they're just there's little instructions on the back. They just snap in there magnetically, and this has like a little Velcro that this goes on. You just line this up and press it on, and you're good to go. Now, I did, after some research here, I did find out that this does not have a water tank built into this, not like other type of mopping robots that you fill the water tank on here and it does that kind of stuff. What this does is it actually goes back to the base where it has a clean water tank and a dirty water tank. So it goes back, it washes, it cleans everything, it gets the pads wet, and you go out and it mops, and then it comes back and to clean it and does all that kind of stuff. So no water tank on board the unit itself. It's all built into the base, which we're going to take a look at next. I do want to show you that it does come with this in the package. It's a quick start guide, so it tells you all the bits and pieces that it comes with, and then how to attach everything and plug it in and power it up, and also a quick start tutorial and download the app here. So you do get this little bit in the packaging before you even dig into anything. It's right on top. Now the other things you're going to get that are actually stored inside the base unit is you're going to get this Narwal Lemon and Basil specially formulated floor cleaner. And this little bottle is going to go inside the unit. I'll show you where that goes in just a bit. And you do get a power cable, and you also get these little water filter type of things extra as well. Okay, on the base unit, I have it on its back right now. There's no water or anything in it. It does have this little sticker here that says for maintenance. You can hold the handle to the side. You can pull this whole tray out. This whole thing actually comes out, and this is what cleans the pads. There's a big whole cleaner system and everything up in there. So that's what that unit does. And it's also the charger unit and everything. So when it goes into there, it cleans the pads and charges the battery. Okay, the plug-in for it is in the back. It's very simple to do. And then this has this little screen here. This is a base station type of thing. It does have a touch screen. It says place the robot in the base. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so I put it in there, and it's connecting the robot. Okay, I did download the app already, so we're going to go over that with this. And I scanned it, and it does all this. You're going to have to set this up, so I'm going to go ahead and set it up. Okay, I had it all set up here now with the app is set. All the codes are set. This little situation is set here. And this shows you the different modes. So you've got the Freo mode, vacuum, then mop, vacuum and mop, vacuum, or just mop. So all those different there. So if you swipe down, there's different settings. Brightness, volume, your network, the cleaner, carpet cleaning, locks, do not disturb, smart dry. Smart dry, what that does is actually has vents in it that dries the pads for you. Your language, rebuild your map, pair a new device, firmware version. It's always a good idea to update your firmware too, which I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, the Freo mode is a really cool little thing. It's kind of all automated. What it does is it actually detects the dirt level for mopping, and it'll adjust the mopping and the liquid and the fluids and how many times it has to come back. It does all that kind of stuff, all automated. The pads actually will lift up. Also, when it detects like carpet instead of the floor, you know, like a tile or wood floor, it does that. It also gets the corner. It has a little swing out kind of system. So this thing is super, super smart. Very cool. The Freo mode is really nice. Now, there's no maps and stuff here on the app right now because I haven't even done it. So once I show you all the bits and pieces, we're going to take it out and try it. There's different rooms. You have areas. You have plans. There's no maps to show. You can customize it. You can do all kinds of stuff with that. So inside you're going to have two bins. You're going to have a clean water bin, and it's purple, and a dirty water bin, which is clear, and you can see inside of it. But you just remove it out just like this, and you can fill this one up here. And there's inside, if you can see, that's the little water filter, and that's what those little things are that we got extra. So you pull that out. This is the dirty water that you can open up and dump when it's all dirty. You're going to do that, and that's what the inside of it looks like. Now, looking inside, there's on this area here, it's hard to tell, there's actually indentation, and that's where the cleaner goes. So we're going to take the cleaner and snap it in. So there you go. That'll snap in just in there like that. That's the cleaner, and then you're going to put the clean water bin back in once it's full, and then of course your dirty water bin in for that. Now, this particular unit does not have a self-emptying dust bin. So for your dry stuff, and for me it's going to be dog hair, it does not have a self-emptying bin like some of these other units that do this similar kind of stuff, that suck all the dirt from the vacuum into a bin. You do have to clean out your bin itself. Now, I haven't seen yet if this has a dust bin sensor to tell you when it's full. Otherwise, you're going to have to keep checking it. Okay, I have everything plugged in and charged up. The robot is charged and all the firmware is updated. Everything is completely updated. You want to make sure you do that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and hit the Freo mode. I'm going to do it on the base station itself, or you can do it on the app. Either way, it doesn't matter. But I'm going to hit it on here. Now, it has not mapped out the house yet. So the first thing it's going to do is it's going to take off, and it's going to map the house, and then come back and then start doing the work. So I'm going to just go ahead and start it on Freo mode. And let's do begin.
Start the Freo mode. Map should be created for initial cleaning.
All right, so now it's going to take off and map the house. We have a lot of obstacles. We got lots of different types of things and chairs and desks and all that kind of stuff. And if you don't want it to map some rooms, just keep the doors closed. I'm not going to have it go into our bedrooms, just the hall, the living room, and the kitchen, the main areas. And I'll show you the map. I'll show an overlay of the map it's created. As you can see that now, it says washing mop. So what it's doing is it's getting the mops all clear and ready to go, cleaned. Now I think this Freo mode is it's going to start at the furthest point and then work its way back because of the mopping. Now if you see that my floor, see all that hair? I don't know if you can tell or not. It's kind of dark in here, but if you can see all that, there's hair, tons and tons of hair. We got a dog, and it's actually even just scooping up and picking up a lot of hair without even doing it. Oh, there we go. Now it's going to start, and it's doing the mopping too. Let's see, so it's vacuuming and it's mopping. Now if you notice, it's doing its little wiggle. And what that's doing is getting the corners, the sides, so you can see it. Okay, it finished up that one side, and now it's going to come back to clean the mop pads. Okay, here's the dustbin for the first round, and it looks like it's got a lot of hair in it. So I wanted to just dump that out. Now it didn't tell me to do it. I just checked it. So I don't know if it has a sensor that tells you to dump it or not, but I just dumped it before it goes on its next round. Okay, now it's doing out here in this part of the living room. It is leaving the kitchen for last because that's the closest. So it does the furthest away and then comes back. Now this room is of course very big, so there's a lot to do. It might take a couple of shots definitely to come and do this as well. And there's a lot of hair. So we'll see how well this works with the living room. See, once it registered the carpet, it actually picked the mops up. Then as soon as it registered it's off the carpet, it started spinning the mops again. Okay, it is almost done working. It seems to actually go through the rooms twice at least for the mopping. The first one is a vacuum mop, the second time it's a mop only. And it just gave me an error warning that there's some issues with the water tank, and that's because it's empty. Clean water tank is now empty. This is the dirty water tank, and oh my god, look at that. Dirty water, that's from its cleaning itself and cleaning the pads. So I'm going to dump this out, refill the water, and we're going to let it go again. Okay, I refilled the water and everything in there. Now, one thing also I want to mention is I didn't really notice the smell. That the cleaning fluid is supposed to be a lemon and basil, and I really didn't notice any scent at all in the house. There might be there, it might be just faint, so I'm not sure exactly. I don't smell it. It doesn't smell strong, of course, and it doesn't smell like any floor cleaner, that kind of stuff. So all right, so it's going to continue washing the pads and then continue cleaning the house. Okay, I did the rest of that house, and now it's going to do the kitchen because it is the closest to the home base, and it always does that last so it doesn't keep trekking stuff through the room to get to the home base. So it did a pretty good job throughout the whole house for its very first time running through it. I had so much hair, it hadn't been picked up in probably a couple weeks, and it collects a lot. Now I have not dumped out this the second time. I haven't dumped out the bin yet, and it has not told me if it's full. So I don't know if it's how well it's picking stuff up, but it seems to still be picking stuff up. There was a few little stains in the kitchen of things, and it seems to be picking that up too. So this thing is pretty amazing. It did pick up the mops when it went on the carpet, and so it vacuumed the whole carpet. Again, it did everything twice. It goes around the outside first and then fills in the middle. But it's pretty amazing so far. Okay, the mop finished everything finally. Now on the kitchen, I'm showing you here my map that it generated, and you notice that the kitchen, which is the room number 1, is so dark. It actually went over this area like 6 times. It just kept going over and over. I wasn't sure if it was going to stop or not, but it finally stopped, and then it went back to the dock, and it did a complete cleaning of the mop. The mop heads, and also was doing a drying sequence. It actually has an automatic drying, so it doesn't build up mold or mildew or anything like that in there, which is also really cool. It did the map. It did a pretty well, good job, and man, it did a great job cleaning the floor for the first time out with all that hair. If I run this every day or every other day or whatever, it's going to keep the floor really clean. Pretty nice. Okay, and this is the hallway that had a ton of hair, and it is nice and clean and mopped. The front entryway did pretty good. I did have to pick up those scuffs myself, though. In the living room, it seemed to do a really good job here as well. It cleaned the carpet and all the flooring. Pretty good job. And the kitchen is definitely clean and shiny. I just want to wrap up this video for the Narwal Freo. It did not give me any notifications or warnings on the dustbin, whether it is full or not. It did its whole living room area, and I didn't even take the dustbin out and dump it. I just forgot to do it once it finished, but it didn't tell me it needed it at all. But I'm sure it's probably pretty full because you saw all the hair, the dog hair. But it did a great job. It picked up the dog hair. It mopped the floors. It went back and forth a few times to clean the pads, and once it was completely done, it went through the drying sequence part of it. So super cool, super smart. It's definitely I think worth the price that you pay for this kind of thing. It does a great job. So if you're looking for a good, smart robot that will vacuum and mop your floors for you, this one may be the right one for you.